This pathetic frog creature thing is me in Peru last August. 30 minutes ago, I'd downed a bowl of vomitivo, which is a tea used to purge the body in preparation for ayahuasca, which is an Amazonian plant medicine used for healing and spiritual ceremonies. Over the next 3 weeks, I'll sit through 10 ceremonies, during which I'll learn primarily that for this next chapter of my life, I gotta take more risks and make more commitments. In the following months, I'll do just that. I'll travel, I'll go to workshops, I'll enroll in a 4-year therapist training program, and I'll commit to making YouTube videos, which I'll fail to do over and over again, but I'll recommit to over and over again. I'll keep getting back up. Just like this frog dude. So, I've been working on my debut YouTube video for like months, and it's months behind. I really wanted to have several videos out last year, and throughout that process, I really just got tossed around by my perfectionism. Fortunately, I have the support, I have the money, I have the time to work through that. So instead of 8 videos, I got 8 weeks of lessons and humility, and then several remedial weeks of lessons and humility. Now we're here. I really want to have a video out in January. I really want to have a video out in February. There's just a lot of failure that I've been going through, and it's been fun to experience that I'm not collapsing. I'm not beating myself up. I'm not taking myself out. There is a relief that there is enough emotional support internally and also within my community, with my friends, with my family, that I feel like I can bear this and I can absorb the lessons and I can stick through this and I can commit, I can stay in the commitment to go into YouTube. So I've been collecting all these lessons into what I thought was going to be my first video, which was about the tools that I'm learning to get myself through that perfectionism filter. But as I was feeling into what felt off about that video, or what felt dissatisfying, was that I haven't really introduced myself. So I want to make a video where I just say hi, I just talk a little bit about basically what's going on. So last year the universe gave me a kick, or a nudge. It was a kick. It really forced me to reevaluate my life's trajectory. Without going into too much detail, 2 very big things fell apart, a job and a relationship. And they both shared a few similar qualities. They seemed great on paper. I was kind of locked in by a feeling of responsibility instead of by desire and excitement. I refused to commit fully, and I felt relief when they were over. And when the dust had settled, the message was clear. It was basically something like, you are no longer capable of compromising on your desires. Honor your excitement, build the life that you want. Build the life that you really want. So, before I go into what I want so badly, I do want to acknowledge that there's so much in my life that has gone well, and there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much for me to be proud of. If I had to grade my life in terms of fulfilling my childhood dreams, I'd give myself a 7 out of 10, which by fulfilling childhood dreams standards is definitely not something to complain about. At the career level, I've gotten to accomplish 2 really important general things, which are to get to have a career that's creative and artistic, and to make enough money. I've gotten to develop all these artistic skills. I've gotten to design, photography, videography, brand identity. I got to see my work recognized. I got to see it in important places. I got to see my work make an impact. And I got to make enough money to save and to invest and to plan ahead. At the physical health level, totally satisfied. When I first started working out, I was super scrawny. I did not identify as an athletic person. And then by the time I was 19, I had achieved my dream body, and I had vowed to keep it, and I kept it. And then everything else around my body became like bonus level. Like I got to learn yoga and flexibility and proprioception and like all these senses and movement awareness and ergonomics. And at the risk of sounding vain or douchey, my body today brings me so much joy and so much pride and so much energy and gratitude, and it's just one of my greatest sources of gratification. At the emotional level, I've also come really, really far. I've overcome some pretty intense social anxieties that I dealt with at like different waves throughout my life. Like I had a lot of intense anxieties when I was in grade school, and then a lot of intense anxieties after college. And I really clawed my way into building the skills I needed to feel socially comfortable. I've gotten really great therapy, and I've developed a handle and awareness on so many unconscious behavior patterns that were negatively impacting the people that I cared about. And I learned how to start really liking myself, which is not something that I realized I was bad at until I was like in my late 20s. But yeah, I really learned how to start liking myself, and not in like a fake forced positivity way, but like in terms of like really coming to terms with my problematic behaviors and my weaknesses and places in myself that I judge. And I've started to develop quite a level of peace in who I am and what my shortcomings are, and the parts of myself that I have a hard time just like totally accepting. So in many ways, in many important ways, I have so much to be grateful for and so much to be proud of. And I am. And concurrently, adjacent to all these very real feelings of gratitude and positivity, there exists this very valid sense that some critical parts of me have been missed. So there are 3 areas that I want to make shifts. One is I want to bring more self-expression into my creative work. While my career has been creatively fulfilling, almost all of it has been in service of my clients' needs and my clients' visions. It's been in service of other people's ideas. And now I'm in this place where I really want to share my own thoughts, my own stories. I really want to write articles or make videos like this or write lyrics. The simplest way to put it is like my designer is satisfied and my artist demands screen time. 2 is I want to build a labor-detached, scalable income. As satisfying as my creative work can be, the amount of money that I make is tied linearly to how much effort and time I put into it. And I don't like that. We're in the digital era. There are so many unique and creative ways to build scalable value that is separate from my time. And I know that I can figure out something here. Like I know there is some way where I can figure out a system or a business or an offering that I don't have to be constantly at the steering wheel of. My freelancer is waiting to retire, and my entrepreneur is hearing his calling. And 3, I want to contribute toward causes that I personally relate to. Like I've gotten to work in so many industries that are interesting and that I could find interesting, whether that's like medical AI or like financial technology. But I want to work in industries where I'm just like, I as a human am personally invested in. I want to contribute to fitness or to productivity or to emotional health and literacy or relationship management, relationship harmony, or like mental ergonomics. I want to feel the impact of my work at like a human level, not at like financial validation or conversion metric. I want thank you letters, or I want nice comments, or I want to see their expression on my client's face. I want to work less from this place of like the mercenary contractor and more from the place of the leader. So that's why I'm on YouTube. I want to document my evolution into this next chapter of my life. Not only to practice my art, but also to connect, to work not in like a siloed, private crucible, but to be held accountable, to be seen. And I want to make work that goes into topics that I'm interested in. Like I want to talk about masculinity. I want to talk about fitness. I want to talk about mental health and emotional health and community and relationships in the modern world. I want to explore questions like, is there a healthy way to be an entrepreneur? Is there a healthy way to build a content creator career? Can I get over my perfectionism enough to fulfill a consistent schedule of artistic output? How fully can I let go of needing to control my self-image? Like, how much can I detach from a character or an ideal that I cling to needing to be, and how fully can I really be myself in all my full imperfection and awkwardness and cringe? How fully can I advocate for myself and embrace the shortcomings that I have such a hard time facing in myself? Can I build a job that's fun, deepens relationships, helps people like themselves more, and makes me enough money that I can sustain a family? Is there anybody else out there who is going through what I'm going through, or some version of it? I find that a lot of times that I'm going through a big, important phase, I tend to meet people who are kind of in similar places. Can we help each other? Or is the hardest part of this journey essentially a solo boss battle? Or is it some combination of both? That's where I'm at. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe, please comment, leave me some feedback, like it, dislike it. Tell me. I would love to just feel how this lands for people. Send me your comments, send me your suggestions, send me your ideas. Yeah, I'd like to know that this feels important or matters, and I'd like to know if I'm not alone. With all that said, thank you guys for watching and for taking in my story. My name is Justin Kim. I am an artist, and welcome to my channel. One thing you gonna learn about me, ain't nobody putting word like me. Can't drip, can't sauce like me. Ripping it up, I'm a major key. I am the one, not the two or the three. Get on my level if you wanna be better than ever, I got what I need. Pushing the limit, that's how it's going. I ain't got no limit.